Bharat, an ancient civilization cradled between the Himalayas in the north and oceans to the south, with countless sacred rivers and forests. The only civilization that has divinity infused in every aspect of its culture, and this divinity is due to Ganga. She is the mother, the power, the goddess manifesting in a physical form. King Sagara was a mighty warrior during Treta Yuga. He conducted an Ashwamedha Yajna and he released a horse as part of the offering. Lord Indra stole the horse and tied it to sage Kapila Muni's hermitage. When the horse did not return, King Sagara, his wives, and their 60,001 sons started looking for the horse. They found it in the hermitage, but they disturbed the sage's meditation. Enraged, he opened his eyes, and the 60,000 sons were burned to ashes by his angry gaze. The surviving son, Asamanjasa, did intense penance for the release of his brothers from the earth realm, but there was no respite. Asamanjasa's son, Amshuman, went to plead with sage Kapila Muni. The sage relented and told him that his ancestors would be released only if goddess Ganga is brought to earth. King Amshuman and then his son Dilipa's attempts also failed. Dilipa's son, Bhagiratha, performed penance for thousands of years. Lord Brahma appeared before him and cautioned him that goddess Ganga is immensely powerful, and if she comes to earth with all her force, it will destroy all she touches. On his advice, Bhagiratha started to worship Lord Shiva. Bhagiratha succeeded in getting Lord Shiva's blessings. Lord Shiva received the goddess on his head, capturing her force in his hair locks and gradually releasing her flow. Goddess Ganga descended to earth and began to follow Bhagiratha's chariot as the main flow of her waters. As she had descended with Bhagiratha's efforts, she is considered as his daughter and got a second name, Bhagirathi, the daughter of King Bhagiratha. While King Bhagiratha was doing the penance for goddess Ganga, Vasuki Nagadevata was also in penance for her blessings. Goddess Ganga promised the king of Nagas that she would enter their realm once her purpose on earth is fulfilled. The Nagadevatas also made the Ganga valley their home, waiting to take her to their realm. All the realms of gods and goddesses were overjoyed that their goddess had taken a physical form, and they also made this valley their abode so they could worship her in her physical manifestation on earth. This then is the abode of gods. The Panchaprayag area is over 80 to 100 villages. The flow of Bhagirathi merges with and subsumes many streams in its journey. These meeting points form the prayags or points of convergence where these streams meet Mother Ganga. The Prayags start with Gangotri, which is the point where the goddess touches the earth. As she flows down from the mountains, Kedar Ganga and Rudra Ganga merge in her, forming the Ganga Prayag. She is met by 7 rivers in a Mahaprayag in Harshil, where Shyam Ganga and Gupti Ganga form the Hari Prayag. She continues her journey, forming the Son Prayag, where Son Ganga and Jyoti Ganga merge into her. As she flows further down, Navala and Papaharini rivers meet her, forming the Bhaskar Prayag. Moving further, she is met by Asi Ganga and Varuna Ganga and forms the Uttar Prayag. As goddess Ganga descended and flowed pure and pristine through these terrains, this area came alive with a beautiful and mystical Ganga culture and came to be called Devabhumi. Leaving the Panchaprayag area beyond Uttar Prayag, she also flows down towards the plains where Alaknanda river merges into her at Devaprayag to form one single force that is referred to as Ganga hereafter. At Prayagraj, she forms the Triveni Sangam with Yamuna and Saraswati rivers, the latter being sub-terrestrial. She then moves on towards Varanasi, Patna, Bhagalpur, Kolkata, before flowing into the Ganga Sagar through West Bengal. Life in Ganga Valley is otherworldly, lived alongside Devatas and their powers. The life of the villagers is completely entwined with these powers, effortlessly engaging with them as a member of their family, village, and their deity. One of the most powerful and direct connections of humans with the celestial still exists in this valley as the Doli culture of the Devatas. Villagers invoke the power of the Devata through traditional incantations and drum beats, and the Devata manifests in the Doli to help them. For example, to know auspicious timings for wedding, building a house, starting a new venture, blessing a new birth, or fresh harvest. The Dolis have been here for centuries, and the villagers don't know a life without it. Ancient temples abound, consecrated by great sages and rishis, exuding a sacred aura and an extraordinary power to evolve spiritually. Their places of penance still carry imprints of their energies. These energies are part of the villagers' lives, and they freely embrace, celebrate their presence, and seek blessings during festivals and rituals at auspicious astrological times. Ganga Dashahara is a very auspicious time, marking the day of descent of Goddess Ganga from the higher celestial realms to earth, and is celebrated with great fanfare and traditional dances called Rasu. There is also the Varuni Yatra, which is an annual festival in Uttar Prayag where pilgrims traverse a route worshipping the ancient temples and taking the sacred dips in the Prayag. The valley celebrates Pandav Nritya as a major festival. It is said that Pandavas came to the Himalayas for atonement of their sins and stayed in this region for their ascent to heaven. As long as Ganga is free-flowing, she symbolizes the uninterrupted flow of our ancient civilization, our faith consciousness, our culture, and is literally synonymous with Indian civilization. Preserving her natural flow and preserving her sanctity is our responsibility. In the Niti Shastra, it is said that in Kali Yuga, as human beings lose faith and stop the worship and propitiations of Ganga, the Devatas will stop communicating as well and gradually recede from our consciousness. It is unfortunate that lack of spiritual wisdom, short-sightedness, and lack of faith has made her waters a mere resource for us for hydroelectric power, water sports, tourism, as well as a dumping ground for chemical waste and sewage. The construction of roads and hotels is turning this sacred valley into a mere tourist place with no protection of holy sites or the Sadhu Samaj whose penance sustains the sanctity of the valley. As agriculture and traditional vocations suffer, youth are migrating outside and elders have no one to pass on their traditions and rituals to. Many youngsters don't see Ganga as their spiritual mother. Time has come for us to do what we can to restore Goddess Ganga to her sacredness. Not only Bharat, but the world needs to come together to preserve this sacred abode on earth. After many deliberations between the sadhus, the villagers, the scholars, and the priest communities of this valley, a concrete vision is emerging from the grassroots as a Panchaprayag project of Ganga Valley. The scale of this project is immense, encompassing 80 to 100 villages from Ganga Prayag to Uttar Prayag. The execution of this project is envisaged in a three-pronged way. Grant an official status as a pilgrimage zone to each of the Prayag Kshetra. This will help eliminate the non-religious activities. Undertake renovation and consecration of temples and places having Puranic significance. Develop roads, dharamshalas, hotels for pilgrims. Build ghats at each Prayag for worship and rituals. Build museums and galleries narrating the Puranic significance of the Prayag, its festivals, and offer unique experiences for pilgrims through modern audio, visual, virtual reality, and other technologies. Build arches at the beginning and exit of each Prayag with information about the specific Prayag. At Son Prayag, build a special museum on the significance of Nag Devatas in the Ganga Valley and their connection to the human race through Devata Dolis and the worship of Lord Vasuki Nag Devata. Curate specialized experiences for pilgrims so they can come and immerse themselves in Goddess Ganga's grace and connect the valley across all villages so that pilgrims have a seamless experience in the Ganga valley. Set up kendras for village children that will impart them culture-based value education grounded in the civilizational heritage of that Prayag. The kendras will support women to access markets in the valley for pilgrims and will give employment to villagers as guides, service in hotels, connecting with temple priests, coordinating travel and pilgrim experience. This framework would be at grassroots level, managed by the communities of the Panchaprayag. This project will help the villagers economically while preserving the authentic culture of this valley, and more importantly, the valley will come alive with the devotion and worship of Goddess Ganga.